In this JavaScript tutorial, we are going to see constructors in the JavaScript. So let's understand what is constructor first, and later we will see the examples for the constructors in the JavaScript. So we'll see what is constructor first. Constructor is a special method of a class for creating and initializing an object instance of that class. So what does this means is, say for example, you want to initialize some data or you want to create some data before calling any methods from that particular class. So those things can be performed or those things can be done within the constructor. So constructors will be invoked whenever we are creating an object of the class, and class can have only one constructor. And if you see here this particular statement, class cannot have the more than one constructor. So coming to the syntax, so within a class you can create a constructor. So firstly we are creating the class, and then inside the class we are creating the constructor. Then you can create the functions or the methods. The syntax for the constructor creation is, you need to use the constructor as the keyword, and here you need to specify the brackets and open and close curly brackets. Within this you can write the code block that will initialize some data for your methods or some connections you want to create it before performing any operations with respect to the business workflow. So let's see an examples for the constructors in the JavaScript. Now I will navigate to the VS Code. Let's create a quickly here one class, sorry, one JavaScript file. So here I'll say constructor underscore 5.6.js. So that's it. Let me maximize this window. So what we will do is we'll create a simple class, and within that class we are going to create a constructor. So here again I will take the example of car. So here I'll create a class called car, and within this I'm going to create the one constructor, and followed by that I'm going to write one console.log. So that is going to print the some message in the console output. So here I'll say console.log, and here I will print the message as the car brand is Nissan. So that's it. So as I said in the definition of the constructor, constructors will be invoked whenever we create an object of the class, right? So here I'm creating a constructor. So this constructor will be invoked whenever we are creating an object of this particular class called car. So let's create an object of the car class. So right now we have created one simple class. Within this class we have created one constructor. So this particular constructor should be called whenever we create an object of the this particular class. So let's create an object of the car now. So here I'll say var car object, and then I will say new, and I'll say car. So that's it. So let's run this particular program, and this particular constructor should be called. So as we have created an object of the particular class. So let's run the program now, and I will open the console output. And if you see here, so our constructor is getting called whenever we are creating an object of the class. And if you see the output here, so this particular message is printed from the our constructor, right? Now in the JavaScript you can create the parameterized constructors also. So as I said, you can create only one constructor in each class. So let's copy this particular constructor. So now I will be creating a one parameterized constructor. So here I will comment this part, and also I will comment the line number 11. So what I will do is, in this constructor, so I will accept two arguments. One is brand, and second one is, here I'll say color. That's it. And here I will print the message as, firstly, the car brand is, I'll print the brand, whatever we are getting from the brand. Here we are printing the brand. Now I will print the similar way color as well. So I will copy this statement and I will add it here. So I will pass this particular color variable over here. That's it, guys. Now, so previously we were just creating an object without passing the parameters. So this time we have to pass the parameters. If you look at here, so this particular constructor is accepting the brand and the color. So I will pass the firstly brand and then color. So firstly I will say Benz as the brand and then I will pass the color as white. So now if I run this JavaScript program, it should print me the car brand is Benz and the car color is white. Now let's run this program. And if you see the output over here, so firstly it is printing that the car brand is Benz and then next it is printing the car color is white. So like this you can create n number of objects and also you can pass the n number of data sets. So here I will pass next time. So here I'll say car object 2 and here I'll pass the brand as Audi and then I'll say red as the color. So whenever we are calling second time, so whenever we are creating a second object, right? So again, once again, it is going to invoke this particular constructor. That's a parameterized constructor and it is going to print the given brand and given color also. So let's run this program once again. And if you see the output, so this is the first set of output whenever we are creating just car object and whenever we are creating a car object 2 and this is the second set of output what we are getting it. So brand is Audi and color is red. So this is how you can create the constructors. That's the default constructors and this is how you can create the parameterized constructor. And also you can create the functions or methods in the same class. So let's create a simple method here. So it will say print message and so here I'll print the one message called JavaScript. So it will say JavaScript tutorial full course. So that's it. How you can invoke this particular method, right? You might be having this question in mind. So simply you can use any of the object. So you can use the car object or car object 2 also. And then simply you can call this particular method. So here I will use the car object 2 and then I will call to the method called print message. And this particular method will print us this particular message, that is a JavaScript tutorial full course. So let's run this particular program now. So it should work perfectly fine. And if you see the output here, so firstly it is printing the car brand and color, that is from the first object, and after that again it is printing the car brand and color from the car object 2, and at the end so it is printing the JavaScript tutorial full course from the print message method. So this is how you can create a class, constructors and also functions in the JavaScript.